Kasko2go, established 7 years ago, spans 17 countries, analyzing over 25 million insurance policies. Their innovative technology solution is tailored to empower insurance companies in curbing financial losses and reducing claims payouts while fostering business growth and customer acquisition. It yields remarkable ROI, up to 1,500% for motor insurance clients via over 800 data parameters and transparent AI models, enhancing loss ratios by up to 6% and reducing claims frequency by up to 9%, all while sustaining market share. Please welcome Kasko2go.
Hello, everybody. Hey. A few people actually woke up. Okay, let me get through the numbers first. You heard all about this. I analyzed a lot of policies, got a bit of experience in the market for the last 7 years, etc., but that's not why I'm here to talk to you today. It's not just another presentation about how cool we are. We want to share with you guys a little bit about this technology that we've built and how we see the specifically car insurance market in this case, right? So the idea is to learn a little bit about what we have found out while working with many customers and looking through a lot of data, policies, claims, and modeling. So, use case 1, the claim frequency illusion. A lot of risk assessment today in car insurance is done by looking at the claim frequency and severity of claims, right? So this is risk. Again, we're talking about motor insurance, whoever is interested. And we have found that if you look at this from a little bit different perspective, you will be able to find out very interesting things. So let's go through it. Now, this presentation will be a little bit heavy on the chart side, so we will have to go through how those charts work before we go into them, okay? So, this is a risk curve. This risk curve talks about a situation in a specific portfolio. And this part where it says 0, it's low risk, or people with low chance of creating a claim or doing some kind of risk. This is the high end of the spectrum. This is how many policies in this specific portfolio are in this area of risk, and this is the average price that the customer pays in this specific risk segment, right? Perfect. Now that we know how this chart works, we can find something very specific. We can see that it works very well in this portfolio, right? The risk goes up, and the price goes up with it, right? So, risk up, price up, good. We have good model that assesses the risk. Perfect. Now, what we have found is that no matter where we look in the world, while we assess risk in the same exact way, we can see that the risk follows the same exact pattern. Risk up, price up. Risk up, price up. Risk up, price up. Or more or less, not everybody's perfect. In any case, the question is, out of those companies, 1, 2, 3, and 4, who do you think is making money? Who is actually profitable? Just think about this in your head. You are welcome after the discussion to ask me, and I will tell you. Now, it seems that all of them should be making money, right? They're assessing risk well. The risk goes up, they ask for more money. Perfect. However, risk is a definition. If we just redefine the way that we look at risk, things change, and they change rapidly. Now let's look at the same exact companies again, but from a slightly different perspective. This is risk. It's the same chart, but in this case, we modeled risk after the loss ratio of the companies, or how much money they're actually making. Not how many claims, not how many the claims cost, but how much money is actually made by those companies. And what we see here is the exact opposite trend. Basically, the more dangerous the person, the less money he pays. And this trend is happening every single time that we found. Well, actually, about 80% of the time. Some portfolios are just fine. So the question of who out of those companies is actually losing money, the answer is, well, most of them. Although the risk assessment from their point of view is perfect, right? So this was one case about just looking at risk from a different perspective. As we are a risk company and we look at risk and we assess risk, this is what we do. We use AI, we use advanced data sets, etc., etc. But looking at risk from the correct perspective is important. And this is an additional risk assessment that we have done. Again, a bit heavy on the charts, guys, so stay with me. After you assess the risk and you know how much a person will damage or make money to your company, you can also assess, using the same tools, how long will he stay with your company. Okay? And this is the lifetime value. We use the same tools to assess and segment portfolios into understanding how long will a customer stay with the insurance company, right? Based on the data that we have and based on the data they have. The logic is still the same. 0 will not stay long, and 1 will stay very long, okay? And the difference in segmentation is great. Look at this. If you know ahead of time that this customer has a score of 0 from us, he will probably stay with you for months. But if the score is closer to 1, he will probably stay with you for years. This is a great way to segment your future potential customers, right? Knowing this ahead of time will make a lot of money. Now, this is a new thing that we have done, and we see a lot of benefit from it to insurers. First is customer value, right? If we know ahead of time how much the customer is going to make, great. We can either reduce the price or fight for him more, or just not take him if he is short-termer. Now, fair discounts. Discounts is always an issue and fight between actuaries and underwriters, right? Underwriters want to handle the GWP, and actuaries want less risk. Retain the customers, right? A way to increase retention. And few more important things that any insurance company would like to have and know ahead of time about a new customer that comes in. So this is us. We are kasko2go. We deal with risk and risk assessment. We deal with, well, the buzzwords like AI. And if you are in motor or P&C, you are welcome to talk to us. Thank you for your time, and it was great being here.